Hey guys, basically I'm back here, and today I have the FNAF Squishmallows to review to you today. One, it's not, a regular thing for me to review. I'm an 18-year-old reviewing Squishmallows, don't bully me. Second of all, I've gotten these throughout the past week, presumably so. The mini ones right here I've gotten at Five Below, and the two big ones over there I got at GameStop, but I will talk more about those when I get into the actual review. But I'm going to actually organize this just like how I did with the normal Jaspers 8-inch plushies, which if you guys haven't seen the video, then you should, but I'm surprised that you haven't because currently it has like 3,000 views. I could be wrong, could be more. Who knows? I'm going to start it off the same by starting off with Freddy. Now, my opinion is basically going to be the same for all the Squishmallows, if I'm going to be completely honest, and it's the fact that these are very extremely goofy little things, because it's Five Nights at Freddy's in Squishmallow form, and Squishmallows are literally just squishy little egg things. We shouldn't use that term though. But getting into Freddy here, I'm not gonna criticize these too hard because they're just stupid little Squishmallows. I know what they're trying to do, and they do Freddy fine, I guess. I could criticize the color, but I think the color's fine. Same with the secondary one. What I am gonna kind of criticize though is the accessories and I guess the face. Well, the accessories I mean by the bow tie and the top hat, because for some reason they made it like gray, and I don't know why they did. They either ran out of black material or they just didn't have black material to use, because like, as I'll show later, they used it for the exclusive Golden Freddy, which once again I'll talk about that later. But I don't know why they didn't do it for Freddy. Maybe it's just, a cheaper way, and I don't know, but I wish they did that, because I mean, on the tag it's pretty dark, it's pretty black. It's also the way the hat is sewn on him. It makes him look like Humpty Dumpty with this little bulge in the head. It's like, it's gonna be like the one Fazbear and Friends short where Freddy has a big cartoon bulge under his hat. And the face is just extremely goofy. And I don't know why I decided to point out the face, because really there's not much I can say for the face. They did what they could, and I'll just give them props to that. Although, and maybe that's just lighting. That's just a lighting thing, not a... Freddy Squishmallow. There you go. And next up is the Bonnie Squishmallow, which I actually like the colors of this one. I think it's pretty much the same as, the normal Jazzwares Bonnie's colors are, or at least maybe not. Wait, hold on. Let me take a look over there. Pretty close. But I like Bonnie a little bit more. One, because, I mean, like I pointed out, the color. Although it could have been darker. Actually, no, that's not even... The tags are misleading. I don't even know. I like his stupid little ears because they're so small. And I guess the good thing is that he doesn't have a weird bulge at the top and doesn't make him look like some Humpty Dumpty from Puss in Boots. But honestly, there's not much I really can say for Bonnie. And the same kind of goes for his cousin right here. So I didn't know this until I got the Squishmallows at Five Below, which is the original 4, which are the smaller ones. I didn't know that there were smaller ones. And I thought the ones that I got... Because at first I got the exclusive Golden Freddy and this Bonnie Squishmallow right here, and I thought that was gonna be the size for all of them. I didn't look into any videos or photos properly, and I didn't realize there's 2 different sizes for these guys. Hell, there might even be 3 in like a couple years time, or hell, by next week, because Squishmallows. But I got the bigger one at GameStop, which that's where I assume all the bigger Squishmallow FNAF ones are going to be eventually. I don't know if they're all, I mean, I assume they're all out yet, because other GameStops have gotten, other ones, and I only found Bonnie. Bonnie was the only one I found, and I got Golden Freddy at a different time at another GameStop. But yeah, I didn't realize this, so I'm gonna have to collect both sizes, which I don't really like doing, and I haven't really done it like before. I guess FNAF Squishmallows are lucky that I'm gonna be including them for this little challenge. Thank you, but I'm gonna die. Anyways, moving along, we got Chica, which I'd arguably say Chica has the best face out of all of them. Yeah, I mean, they're all equally goofy, I would say, but Chica is just a tiny bit better, and I don't know how. I think the beak size is, like, they actually got it done well enough, and I think that's what's kind of making me more amused to it. They didn't, stretch the bib all around, but then again, it's like, it's Squishmallows, so that's just my excuse. They did still embroider, like, well, the confetti design or whatever on the bib is printed, but whatever. But the embroidery is real on the Let's Eat sign, which, good attention to detail, or I guess just good quality because it's Squishmallows and they have to have good quality. Even with the material on the beak that's not crappy like how Funko's been doing it. I will never stop mentioning the old security breach material. You can't stop me from mentioning it. But really, all the colors on Chica just work and they are accurate, you know, per se. I would say this is one of the few Chica plushies, I'm counting this as a plush, that gets the color near right. I mean, this is probably the same as the Funko plush, but you know, who cares? I guess me, because I'm pointing it out. Next one is Foxy, and this guy is okay. He's mid at best. I know. This is a lot for me to criticize a Squishmallow, but then again, you're getting a video out of me for this, so you're welcome. I don't generally hate this guy, but there's definitely more wrong with him than right. First of all, I mean, they didn't give him a gold tooth, which, I mean, I assume they literally could have done that. Like, one tiny piece of thread would have sufficed. You know, that would have been nice. And also, the color of him is, like, very, like, red-orange. It's much more red-orange, and yeah, you could argue that Foxy is that, but you also can't argue that Foxy's that. Literally, in all these photos, Foxy is, like, a mere dark red. I would argue that they're basing this off like the Help Wanted model or something, but even so, no. It's also the secondary color that's just like very pale, like, you know, orange or white or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I think everything else is okay, but like I said, it's just a mid at best, and I'm not gonna criticize these to the point where these are the worst thing ever, because it's Squishmallows. Like, I'm not saying no one can, because you most certainly can. You're free to have your own opinions, but just be aware of what you're reviewing, and if you criticize it, then realize what you're criticizing, and you should think to yourself probably that, what am I doing with my life? Now, we've been moving along quickly, which brings us to the last plush, which is one I've mentioned a bunch of times. It's the Golden Freddy GameStop exclusive. I call this a GameStop exclusive because that's what everyone else says, or that's what everyone else has been saying, and this guy has only been found at GameStop, so, I mean, I believe it, because they don't have, like, a GameStop exclusive tag on here. Also, the GameStop Squishmallows, I forgot to mention, like, both these guys, they're gonna be around $15, like almost $10 more, more than the normal Squishmallows or the smaller ones at Five Below. So, yeah, if you're willing to spend a little bit more money on the bigger ones, GameStop. But I actually like Golden Freddy arguably the best out of all of them, and I guess it's just because it's like we don't have an official Jazzwares Golden Freddy plush just yet. And I'm saying Jazzwares because, you know, if you guys don't know, Squishmallows is owned by Jazzwares. If I can open the tag, if it shows it, if I can open it, where is the fuck? It was on the back, I'm blind. But as I was saying, we have yet to have a Jazzwares Golden Freddy plush, like in normal 8-inch size, you know, plushies that we just got. They did say that they're gonna make it though. They like, you know, we are getting a Golden Freddy sometime in the future, but I guess this is kind of like a sneak peek at what he could be. And I actually like the colors on him a lot here, because, you know, well, I mean, a bigger improvement is the bow tie and the top hat. Even though they're kind of shiny, so is, you know, Jazzwares Freddy's hat. I don't care that much for that, but I'm glad it's, you know, at least black. And I don't know, I guess you could say that because of these guys being a little bigger, it makes their, like, forehead size, but there's not much I can add to Golden Freddy Squishmallow, because it's a Golden Freddy Squishmallow. What more do you people want from me? And that is it for this small little review video that's pretty random and also went by, you know, kind of fast. That's not really because I'm on a time crunch. I'm recording this pretty late at night, but there's also just not a lot to say because, I mean, it's Squishmallows, you know, they simplify the designs of the original stuff, and I would say they did FNAF, you know, like, pretty well, for as well as FNAF could look in Squishmallow form, because, I mean, like I said, Squishmallows, and specifically Squishmallows of the same 5 characters we've known for like 11 years. Not saying you can't criticize them, because you definitely can, especially that one, I guess. But yeah, I'm not really one to criticize them, and if I do give criticisms, it's just my feelings and thoughts. I'm here to review. I'm not here to give like a full in-depth. Well, I mean, I guess that's what that is what reviews are, guys. Like I just said, it's late at night. I'm lost. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and if I do get more, I will not be doing a separate video on those or anything. I think this is good enough, but I will definitely be getting more of the bigger ones. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys later, I guess. Goodbye.
stay lit, not like flickering lights. Good vibes and good times go well like chicken with rice. Squad goes, it's me, myself, and I, and just like smart homes. Trust me, the whole club know I arrived. I just wanna step over a velvet rope and people yell my name like a welcome home. Shower me in love, my umbrella's closed. The club going up just like how swellings grow. Put on my finest pair of clothes, club so packed I could barely move. Stepping on my